Just the glee of which people are excited on the left about the numbers being down. It's so bizarre that we have this world where we hope the other side fails so your side can win. What? I don't know. That's like hoping, I don't like this pilot. Well, he's our pilot. Well, I don't like him. I hope he crashes. You're on the plane, idiot. And not too many people walk away from that. Not a lot. Just, throwing that out there. And the glee of which, look, and yeah, June, they revised the numbers. We lost jobs for the first time since, God, it's been a long time since we've lost jobs. We lost 13,000 jobs. Those numbers, not meant for us. Your world revolves around you. You'll know when things are bad. You can tell that. What's the old saying? Guy down the street gets laid off. It's a recession. You get laid off. It's depression. My buddy Kennedy always tells me that, Jim. So we'll see. Again, lots of stuff still when it comes to this. And we've been asking the question today, when does it become Trump's quote-unquote economy? Because, here's the thing. And I think if we're all honest here, which is hard for a lot of people to do because we all see, we're all living in the world of my blinders are on and I'm just staring out and all I care about is this is what I believe. If today's job numbers were 275,000, Trump would have been out there going, this is the greatest thing ever. See, we added somebody. This is the way this thing has gone. The economy is based, it's on us. Government can do a few things. They can make things harder. They can get out of the way, which we would all like. But they're the ultimate nanny. They're the ultimate helicopter parent when it comes to us. So them getting out of the way, it's because if they got out of the way and allowed, kind of hands off and let us live their own life, you know what they would be? Well, first of all, they would be non-existent. But they would be miserable because their goal is to always be needed. That's what they want. That's why they have votes, right? That's why they're out there pushing it. Their goal is to be needed. So, but we did ask the question. Let us know what you think. You can text the program. You tweet at us at Chad Benson Show. Right now, I got a poll up on the old Twitter there. 52% say it's his now. 43.5% say partially his, because there is a crossover. And 4.3% said, no, it's not his yet. Some of you chimed in and said, give it a year. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that's usually about that. I mean, there's things that are going on. I think the thing not so much the jobs. I think people are frustrated because inflation, and I've heard that from several of you so far. You thought maybe the inflation would start to feel like it's cooled down or something, and that's not quite, it's not there yet. It takes time. It's not an overnight thing. Now, a year from now, if we're still talking about slow job numbers and inflation numbers up, bye-bye as far as the midterms go. Trump's still got a gig. A lot of these other people will pay the price. We also talked last hour about Thomas Massie. Ken, somebody said Thomas Massie is a duck. Oh, nope, he's something else. He goes, Massie is a duck. Wait.
As in Oregon duck?
No, he meant to say as in a Richard.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha.
Why? Why is he that way? I like Thomas Massie. He said he's going to read out those numbers. He's got that one billionaire. He keeps calling him out, Paulson or whatever.
Yeah.
That guy keeps spending money every day as he can to try to destroy Massie. Even Ro Kahana, who is the Democrat from Northern California, said, look, like AIPAC and a few of these other guys, they'll tweet at me something. He goes, but not Massie. They're right there, right in his face. They're spending millions of dollars trying to beat him. Oh, Lord. Lordy, Lord. If you guys didn't hear, there's some job openings in Georgia at the Hyundai plant. 475 people were taken into custody today, which is, it's crazy that they went in there and took these people into custody. The vast majority, if not all of them, were Korean nationals. And as Ken said, the Koreans are a little nervous about this. I don't know why. I still want to ask the question, why is it only them in custody? Who runs that facility? Who's running that facility? Why didn't they go through all of the verification? Because wasn't it E-Verify after a certain amount of people? I mean, why didn't they come in and take everybody, including the managers and everybody else, into some sort of custody? Because it's always, we take these people that are working these jobs, these crappy jobs at times, and the people that are managers, the people that have hired them, the people that own these businesses, run these things, they're never the ones who seem to get hit.
Most were Korean nationals, according to the special agent in charge. They say that they looked at the network of subcontractors that this plant used. They went in, they wanted to investigate who was working there, and then they had all of the documents checked that needed to be checked.
So there they are, and they're Korean nationals, and you're sitting there going, okay, so you're taking them into custody, and who knows where they're going? Is there space at is Alcatraz, Alligator, are they not allowed to send people there anymore, right? I thought they weren't, but then they were.
I'd have to look that up.
The last thing I saw on it was that a judge had stopped it.
Stopped it. Okay. And I didn't, because there's so confusing within it. So where else are they? Because, every state has to have one. Every red state has to have one, and you have to have a cool name. What will we call ours? What have they decided what they're going to call it?
The TVA, the Tennessee Valley Alcatraz.
Oh, so yeah, they're going to have to call it something, right? Every state's got to. They tried to use that one out in Indiana. They tried to call it like the Speedway Slammer or something. They all come up with crap because it's about branding. It's about branding, people. Sandra said, I always hope the other side fails since their agenda is crazy. Well, here's my thing. Would you, and most of you are like, it'll never happen. If you could have a great economy, but the Democrats were in office, and let's be real, the Democrats who would make it a great economy are going to be the corporatist Democrats. So would you rather have that, or would you rather have a failing economy, but the Republicans in office? Ooh, that's an interesting question. Very much so. Me, I've always looked at this. You're on your own. Government can get in your way, but the economy is the economy, and you're going to have to do your best to outperform inflation, to make yourself more valuable and successful. Blaming the government for all your ills, whether there is subsidies to the rich or this to that, or, Elon's going to be a trillionaire. Oh. I mean, it's still you. It's still you. Let us know what you think. Thomas Massie. Somebody said Massie 2028. Or first they said massive 2028. The whole thing with Massie, because somebody said earlier, Bell, you didn't hear, somebody called Massie a duck.
Quack.
But then there was a different kind of duck.
Is he a farmer?
Huh?
No, Massie's a doctor, isn't he?
I don't know. That's it. I don't know. Is he a doctor? They're all doctors or lawyers. They are. They're all doctors or lawyers. Somebody said my electric bill went down 26%. There you go. That's good. That was a massive slander. I hope Massie gets sued. Why is he going to get sued? First of all, you can't sue. That's one of the reasons he wants to read the names on the floor is because can't sue. They have immunity on the floor. So that's one of the great things the Founding Fathers put in there. So when they're out there doing that stuff, that's why they offered to read some of the names for the Epstein stuff and told the women not to. Because the women, if they go and bring their own list and try to get it out there, they're going to be in court for the rest of their lives. They're going to lose everything. But Massie and them and Marjorie Taylor Greene, they can all read it on the floor, and there's no repercussions.
Massie has a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering and a master's degree in mechanical engineering. And when he was in school, he invented a technology that enabled people to interact with computers using their sense of touch. And he founded the company. It raised over $32 million in venture capital, created 70 jobs, had 29 patents, and he eventually sold it.
Oh, Wonder what he got for it. Does it say?
A lot. Doesn't say, though.
Just says a lot. Got a whole bunch. Got a whole heap of cash. He's an interesting character. And I realize some people don't like him. And a lot of people that don't like him because he seems to be a thorn in Trump's side. I like him because he is a kind of like I like Ron Paul more than Rand Paul. But I like Rand Paul because there's more of a libertarian slant to what it is that they're doing. I like people that are free thinkers, are willing to look at everything and willing to stand up for stuff. And, as we all know, I mean, you guys, we were talking earlier about, Monty Fritz, and we've talked about, Jody Barrett and John Rose and all these people. We're talking about why they're not natural in most cases. Everything is. Walt Disney used to have this saying. For everybody who worked there. Well, were you going to say that was about the Jews, right? Oh, boy, here we go again. But he had a different saying. And everybody who worked there, whether you were sweeping or whether you were in a costume, you're always on the stage. And I feel like with our politicians in today's world, the celebrity atmosphere has made them to the point where there is no genuineness to them. They're always on stage. Always on stage, which drives me crazy.